While writing a business letter, salutation must be there. So for salutation, use the same name in the salutation that you included in the recipient information section. If you are writing under a more formal circumstance, such as a cover letter to a conservative bank or law firm, then you might address the reader with their first and last name. For example, Dear Deborah. If you know the recipient or are writing to a less formal company like a tech startup, then you could simply write Dear Deborah. So, if you are writing like in a formal way, then Dear Deborah Jones, like the full name is written. But if you are writing in a lesser formal way, then you can write Dear Deborah. If you cannot identify an individual recipient, then you can use a salutation that addresses a company team like Dear Company ABC team or Dear Finance team. You can address the team or the company in that case. Then what should be in the body of the business letter? Now while writing the body, it should be consistent. So the format, maintain consistent formatting through the body of your business letter to give it a professional look. So this is something we did in the beginning. I told you. Left justify and single space your text and separate its paragraph with an additional line of space as shown in the example. So I have already given an example before. Also remember to be brief. You can open your business letter with a friendly greeting but quickly move on to your main points and only include context and information that is absolutely necessary. And while closing, you have to give your signature. While closing the business letter, write thank you or kind regards and followed by the keep a blank space and write your name, and in the blank space you have to sign your you have to do your own signature which is handwritten. And then enclosures, if you are mailing your letter and including additional documents like a resume, add section titled enclosures and then you write whatever attachments are there. Okay. Pay attention to spacing and margins. Spacing plays an important role in making your business letter appear readable and professional. Be sure to insert the appropriate number of spaces between the elements of your letter. Typically, business letters include one link or blank space after each section until you reach the closing line. It is recommended to insert 4 lines after your closing line and after your name if you are including enclosures. So this is very important, that how to do the spacing in a business letter. Then remember that the body paragraphs of your letter should be single spaced. So body should be single spaced and the entire letter should be aligned to the left side of the page. So alignment is very important as opposed to centered or aligned right. This makes it easy for the audience to read. So this alignment and spacing is very important, and moreover a professional document typically has 1-inch margins. So that has to be kept. This might seem like spatially wide margin, but it is appropriate for margins to be a bit larger than usual for business letters. So for business letters, if the margins looks more wide, then also it is okay. Alignment and spacing, that is an important thing in business letter. It is because the business letter should have a professional look, not only font and style but also the spacing and alignment. It is also very important.